Hello, I'd like to talk today about how problems in therapy are very similar to rock climbing. Now, a couple of years ago I went rock climbing and myself and my wife met up with the instructor and his dog and we made our way to the rock face. And when we got there I buckled up, put my harness on, and before I knew it the instructor was already at the top of the rock face looking down with his dog looking up at him. And my wife was given the task of belaying, which is where you basically keep the rope as tight as possible and feed it through as the climber makes his way up the rock face. So we got ourselves in position and I started to make my way up the rock face. And at the start I felt a bit uncomfortable because I hadn't done it for a while. And after a while though, it all came back to me and I began to feel calmer and calmer as I made my way up. And that was all fine until about 3/4 of the way up. I came to a point where I didn't know which way to move. I came to a point where I became stuck. And the more I tried to look for a way up, the more frustrated I got. And I got myself into a problem trance where I just couldn't see a way out. I even began to think, well, this is impossible, there isn't a way up, even though I knew the instructor had made his way up before me. And my wife was shouting up encouragement, which was really nice, but from where she was, she couldn't see a route either. And then after a while, the instructor called down and he got me to refocus. He got me to concentrate on my breathing, and he got me to calm my breathing down. And then he got me to look at some flowers that were growing out of the rock face. And I was able to focus on those flowers. I was able to come out of that problem trance that I was in. And then from this calm state, the instructor was then able to give me options, to give me ideas of where I could move next. And then I was able to see the handholds and the footholds. And I was able to start to move up the mountain again. Now, from this state, the instructor could have quite easily got the rope and hauled me over the problem. But I wouldn't have learnt anything from that. And the way he did it, I was able to move away on my own. I was able to make my own decisions. And when I got to the top of the mountain, I felt those feelings of accomplishment, of achievement, knowing that I'd made my way up there on my own, even though I'd had the help from the instructor. And you might be thinking, well, what has this got to do with problems? Well, when clients come to see me, generally, but not always, but generally, they've tried lots of different things to overcome their problems. And they've got to the stage where they're stuck and they can't find a way out, and they begin to think it's impossible. And they've got themselves into a problem trance. And they may even have had family or friends who have encouraged them and tried to help them. But a lot of the time, they don't know the way out either, and that person gets more and more entrenched in this problem trance. So it's my job to help the clients to come out of that problem trance, to refocus and to move forward in the best direction possible. So once I've managed to get them into the correct state of mind, I can then present the solutions to them in a way that is right for them. And then they're able to move forward and to overcome the problems. And the great thing about this is they get the feelings of accomplishment and achievement because I've just guided them. And it empowers the person to move forward in life. So that's why problems and rock climbing are so similar.